Now listen, if you've seen the channel before, you know I love gacha games. But there's so many gacha games out there, and I've only ever played a handful. So today I want to watch a video by Tekken, just 15 best gacha games you should play in 2025. Probably heard of a lot of these, but maybe I'll be surprised by a couple. Let's take a look.
2025 is going to be epic for gacha fans.
Absolutely.
We've got an end of Neverness to Everness, Ark Knights in Field, Azer Familia.
The AI voice thing is kind of killing me, but it is what it is.
And so many more hyped releases on the horizon.
Absolutely.
But while we wait for those, I wanted to share my top 15 gacha games you can play right now. These are the games that have been keeping me hooked, and I think you'll love them too.
I'm
so,
curious.
Without further ado, let's get into
expecting Wuthering Waves, Genshin, maybe even Zenless, Star Rail, and probably like Limbus, Ark Knights. I'm going to assume those are 6 that are on the list, maybe even like Punishing Grey Raven for 7, but let's see how accurate I can be on that, shall we?
The countdown. Number 15. Aether Gazer is a gacha game with a cool cyberpunk aesthetic and
I've never seen Aether Gazer.
Fluid combat gameplay. I really like the character designs and combat animations. The gacha
combat does look pretty damn good. Never seen it before, so I have no idea if this is like a popular game or not.
Rates for top tier characters are a bit low, but the game is generous with free resources, making it free to play friendly. A pity system helps mitigate bad luck. If you like action RPGs with strategic combat and don't mind a bit of a grind.
I mean, I love a good grind. To be fair, free-to-play friendly is always going to be good in gacha games. But for me, it just depends what kind of end game there is in the game. If it's going to be fun, then free-to-play friendly matters a lot. For me, though, most of the gacha games that I play, I don't really partake too much in the end game because it just never really appeals to me. So I just pull for who I want to pull for anyway.
Aether Gazer is worth checking out.
Understandable.
Number 14. Path to Nowhere's dark, cyberpunk aesthetic, and compelling story immediately grabbed me. The gameplay is a mix of real-time strategy and RPG, demanding actual...
The character designs look phenomenal. Yeah, these character designs are really, really nice. God damn. Okay, Lady Pull.
Demanding actual thought and positioning rather than just auto-battling.
Oh, this reminds me of like Girls Frontline 2. I like the combat in Girls Frontline 2.
To be honest, it's not the most generous gacha, but it's far from the worst, and the focus on strategic gameplay over...
I feel like one day I should delve into what some of the like worst gacha games are, not just best, but in terms of like pull rates and how generous they are. I am very curious.
Just collecting 5 stars makes it feel much less pay to win. Overall, Path to Nowhere is a visually impressive, strategically deep, and surprisingly
I really like the character designs.
Free to play friendly gacha game that I'm enjoying a lot.
Cool, man.
Number 13.
Oh, this Punishing Grey Raven, 100%. Okay, yeah, I knew this was going to be on here, bro. The music from this game is absolutely insane. What's that one track? Narwhal or something. I've heard a lot of music from Punishing Grey Raven. Never played the game, but obviously I'm a huge Wuthering Waves fan, so go figure, I guess. I've been tempted to try it out in the past, but I've heard the story starts off a little slow. I don't know if that's something y'all would even want to see me play through, to be honest, but let me know in the comments. Combat looks sick, though.
Punishing Grey Raven is not your typical auto-battler gacha game.
Nope,
it's fast-paced, skill-based, and requires actual player input. It feels incredibly engaging and rewarding when you nail a perfect combo.
Is Punishing Grey Raven more like stage-based, like Hankai and Black Third, for example? Because it looks like it in this.
Also, I think the game is relatively free-to-play friendly. They're pretty generous with giving out in-game currency, and you can earn a decent amount through daily missions.
Was that also 70% rate up, so there's only 30% chance to like lose a 50-50?
Events, and completing story content. While no gacha game is perfect, Punishing Grey Raven strikes a good balance between monetization and player enjoyment, and it's definitely one of the best mobile gacha games I've played.
I couldn't imagine playing a difficult gacha game like that on mobile, to be fair. I'm a PC gamer, so mobile gaming does not come kind of natural to me.
Number 12.
Disappear.
I'm on the Sea of Butterflies. What is this?
Epic 7 is a great mobile RPG.
Oh, this is Epic 7. Bro, I've never played this. I've heard so much about this, usually through like ads and sponsored posts and stuff like that, but I don't think I've ever played Epic 7.
Has been around since 2018, and it definitely holds up. Epic 7 is known for its generous rates and fair monetization. You can totally build a strong team without spending a dime, though patience is key. The story itself...
This looks familiar. Maybe I did give this a shot at one point. I don't think so.
But where Epic 7 shines is in its strategic turn-based combat. Team building, gear optimization, and mastering the unique turn order system create a really engaging gameplay loop. It can get grindy in the late game, but hey, that's gacha for you.
It is, and to be fair, grindy can be good. Grindy doesn't necessarily always have to mean bad. I enjoy a good grind.
Girls Frontline 2 is a fun tactical RPG.
Okay, so Girls Frontline 2 is a gacha game that I've heard of and played. I actually started playing it because I got sponsored by them, but I kept up with the game for quite a while. For some reason, I'm not a big turn-based fan most of the time. Expedition 33 has kind of changed that for me, but Girls Frontline 2 Exilium also just feels really good. It's really interesting with the different skills that you can do to like bolster other teammates and put yourself in cover and stuff like that. It tickles an itch that I didn't know I had.
Graphics and a good story. The 3D models are...
The story is very good as well, from what I've seen.
A huge step up from the first game, and the animations are chef's kiss. Gameplay-wise, it's got that tactical depth I love.
It does.
I've spent days tweaking my squads and figuring out the best strategies. It's definitely a grind if you're free-to-play player, but they do give you some freebies. And yes, there's fan service, but
there's a lot of fan service in this game, but a lot of people love it for that. There is a ton of fan service, especially in the skins.
It's not too in your face.
Well, I don't know about that one, but I don't mind it, to be honest.
If you like strategy games and don't mind a bit of a grind, give it a try. Number 10.
Yeah, you think I'm scared?
Is this Clash of... No, it's not. What is this?
Guardian Tales is an absolute treasure in the gacha landscape. Imagine old-school Zelda charm with dungeons.
Yeah, bro, I was just going to say this reminds me of like old-school Zelda games.
Puzzles and unique bosses.
I have never seen this
story
ever.
And truly generous gacha rates. This game lets you earn powerful characters and weapons without feeling like you need to spend a dime. It's a true testament to what gacha games can be when done right.
Whoa, okay, interesting. Never seen that game before. Looks like something I'd enjoy playing even in my spare time. Let me know if you've played that game down in the comments. I'm interested.
Number 9. Azer Lane has got a unique take on naval warfare with historical warships reimagined as cute anime girls.
So funny that that's even a thing, dude. Historical warships reimagined as anime girls, and then we have the frickin' Usume, which video coming on that tomorrow, I think, by the way, which is just... Bro, it's horse girls. It's horses from the real world reincarnated as anime girls. It's very interesting. I've always heard of Azer Lane. I did not know that this is what the game was.
Or ship girls, as they're called. The gameplay is a mix of shoot 'em up and strategy, where you collect and build up your fleet of ship girls to take on various challenges.
Interesting.
Of course, there's plenty of fan service to go around, with each ship girl having her own unique design and personality. The gacha rates are also quite forgiving compared to other games in the genre, so you won't have to break the bank to get your favorite ship girls.
Some gacha characters just have zero appeal to me, bro. It's fucking crazy.
If you're into collecting cute waifus and enjoy a good naval battle, then Azer Lane is definitely worth checking out.
Okay, fair.
Number 8.
We got to be getting into some of the big ones now, right? Snowbreak. I've heard a lot of people talk about Snowbreak too. Wasn't that supposed to be like one of the next big gacha games?
Snowbreak Containment Zone is a gacha game with a fun blend of third-person shooting and squad-based combat.
Wow.
The action is genuinely engaging, and there's a...
Does this game have PvP? I'm not against PvP in gacha games if it's done well, personally.
Decent amount of content to explore. The fan service is very present, so if that's not your thing, it might be a bit much. The gacha rates is not the most generous I've seen, but it's not the worst either. You can definitely play for free, but it'll take time. Overall, Snowbreak is a decent time killer if you like anime action games.
I like the look of the gameplay specifically in this game, but if it has PvP, I would probably be more likely to play it, to be honest, because the gunplay looks really fun.
Number 7. Long time ago,
Ooh, Ark Knight. So I'm finally going to get to see what Ark Knight's gameplay looks like. I have never, ever seen Ark Knight's gameplay. I've know a little bit of the lore about Ark Knights and the music, and I've seen some world building and lore videos. I have never, ever seen gameplay. Let me see this.
Ark Knight's rabbit hole, and I'm not even mad. This tower defense game is way more than just placing...
It's tower defense? What?
Units. It's strategic. The story is dark and engaging.
Oh,
the game is pretty generous with
I did hear the story was very dark.
But the gacha rates can be brutal. I've spent way too long theory crafting team comps, and honestly, the gameplay loop is addictive. The fans
I played a similar game to this before.
Crafting team comps, and
what game was it that I played that was like this before? It was definitely tower defense like this, and I remember playing it for a sponsor, but I kept playing it after because I actually really enjoyed it. Wasn't AFK Journey, but it was something similar. Oh god, that's gonna frustrate the hell out of me. I need to know more games that have this similar gameplay style so I can remember.
Honestly, the gameplay loop is addictive.
Yeah.
The fan service is there, but
I
it's
can
not
see
the
the
main
gameplay
focus.
loop.
If you're looking for a challenging, beautiful, and surprisingly deep gacha game, Ark Knights is worth checking out.
Interesting.
Number 6. Honkai Star Rail is...
Wow, Honkai Star Rail only at number 6. That is interesting. Okay, I wonder why.
It's a visually stunning, story-rich, and surprisingly strategic turn-based RPG game.
Yeah.
It's like a playable anime with deep lore and satisfying combat that requires more thought than just button mashing. It's a great...
You can auto a lot of it, but nowadays, dude, for the end game, it's really freaking tough. Like, if you don't have the best units in the game, the best teams, it is very tough to
game if
navigate.
you enjoy exploring worlds, collecting characters, and getting invested in a good story, but be prepared for some grinding and the occasional long-winded dialogue.
100%.
It's also reasonably free-to-play friendly, which is a big plus.
I don't know about that. Honestly, I took a very long break from Star Rail, and I went free-to-play for a very long time. Like, I spent in the first couple of months of the game, and then pretty much when Penacony dropped, I think, I never spent again. Is it free-to-play friendly? If you want to be doing the end game and stuff, I would hazard that it's probably not. But I literally just pull for characters that look cool if I have enough stuff, and I don't really care if I don't get the characters. So I'm definitely not the best person to ask, but I don't feel like it would be free-to-play friendly. Maybe.
Number 5.
Number 5 is going to be... Jesus, the loudness. Zenless at number 5. Zenless over HSR. That's interesting. Okay, I can see it. I can see it. Gameplay is very different.
Zone Zero is the new mobile gacha game from Hoyoverse, the folks behind Genshin Impact. It has just launched recently, and it's a stylish action roguelike with a gacha twist.
The story in Zenless is very interesting to me because it's not one that grips me, but I love the storytelling in this game. I think the storytelling is one of the biggest strong suits.
The system here is interesting. You pull for characters who you can swap between in battle, and their synergy is key to taking down tougher foes.
Definitely.
Rates seem fair, and while there's a pay-to-win element, you can definitely build a strong team without spending a dime.
Is there a pay-to-win element? For me, pay-to-win is such a strong term, dude, especially in gacha games, because it's like, what are you winning? I did the math at one point for like Genshin's endgame before Stygian Onslaught was the thing, when it was just Spiral Abyss, and people were saying like, oh, this game's so pay-to-win, you need like C6 characters for this, and it's like, bro, even if you pull for C6, even if you pull for C0 of a character, the amount of time that it'd take you just to get the primos from 36 star in Spiral Abyss to be able to guarantee yourself a 5-star limited character would take you like over a year. So you're not really winning anything, like, at all.
You're looking for a stylish mobile game with deep combat and a unique gacha system, Zenless Zone Zero is definitely worth checking out.
I agree. 4. I think it's worth checking out.
Goddess of Victory Nick is anime-themed cover.
Oh my god, this is insane. I have heard Nikkei's story is absolutely next level, apparently. I have never touched this game. I've never even downloaded this game. Should I try out Goddess of Victory Nikkei? I don't know. Let me see more.
Shooter with a heavy emphasis on character collection and fan service. The character designs are, let's just say they know what they're doing.
They know exactly what they're doing. Holy dude.
Beyond the eye candy, the shooting is actually pretty fun. Gacha rates aren't exactly showering you with love, but...
Bro, the jiggle physics when you fire at the gun is insane.
I've managed to stay mostly free to play and still progress. Honestly, it's a fun, stylish game.
Crazy you can progress while only playing with one hand.
Even if the plot is a bit predictable, and the gacha sometimes makes me want to throw my phone. If you like anime shooters and appreciate good character design, you'll probably have a good time.
I didn't realize the gameplay was actually like this. I thought it was like it just did its own thing. I didn't realize you actually had to aim. Interesting.
Number 3.
I bet all my money on you! Another 19% down? Get my money back!
Is this reverse?
Reverse 1999 throws you in this wild time travel adventure.
I've seen a lot of trailers for Reverse 1999. Never played it. A lot of people have asked me to play it, so maybe that is one that we'll delve into in the future now that we're playing more games.
Where you gotta fix history gone wrong.
Got
Think
Limbus
back
to go
the
through
future,
first, though.
but way cooler. Reverse 1999 uses cards for battles, which is actually pretty neat. You gotta chain them together for mega attacks. Super satisfying. The gacha rates seem decent.
So it's a card
and the game throws a bunch of free stuff your way at the
character designs in this game are phenomenal, by the way. They look absolutely amazing.
Start. So free-to-play players like myself
and I love
can
the voice
definitely
acting
hold our
and
own.
the music.
If you're into messing with time and don't mind card games, this one's definitely worth checking out.
Card games are definitely hit or miss for me, so I would have to try it out, but it's probably like a 1 in 10 chance I'll enjoy the actual gameplay loop.
Number 2.
Genshin?
Brown Dust 2 offers...
Is Genshin going to be number 1, bro? Maybe. Brown Dust 2. I've heard about this. Wasn't this... I can't remember if I've heard good or bad things about this.
Beautiful visuals.
Must be good,
really
right?
Deep turn-based combat system. And gorgeous characters. The combat is not just about throwing your strongest units at the enemy. There's real strategy involved with the chain attack system. And planning your moves is key. However, like many gacha games, the rates can be brutal, making it tough to get the characters you really want. It definitely feels like a grind.
Bro had to blur that for the video. Oh my goodness.
If you're trying to play for free, if you're a fan of anime-style games with strategic battles and can stomach a grind, it's worth checking out.
Interesting.
Number 1.
Wuthering Waves at number 1. Wait, that's crazy, bro. They didn't even put Genshin in the top 15. That's insane to me. It's probably going to be at the end for like honorable mentions, but... Bro, high key, whether you like Genshin or not, I'm very surprised it's not in the 15 best gacha games you should play in 2025. That's interesting.
Has totally
wow.
hooked me in. I'm obsessed with this game right now.
Me too.
Seriously, the open world is gorgeous, and I've spent...
I think Wuwa deserves the number 1 spot right now, by the way. I think it is an absolutely incredible game that's doing a lot of things right.
hours just running around and fighting monsters all day. The character designs are amazing, and the gacha rates haven't been too cruel to me so far. The story is interesting enough, but honestly, I'm mostly here for the exploration and the combat.
Yeah,
if you're looking for a gacha game with a...
I'm mostly here for the story, but the exploration and combat are so good that I enjoy them thoroughly.
Beautiful open world and super fun combat. Definitely give Wuthering Waves a try.
I think Wuthering Waves is by far the most fun combat I've ever experienced in a gacha game. Look at this, bro. Jesus. Honorable mentions, let's see.
A classic action gacha with a compelling story, gorgeous anime-style visuals, and...
Honkai Impact 3rd is a game that I thoroughly enjoyed when I played it. I got to like chapter 20-something. Got through a lot of the main story. Definitely not all of it. Nowhere near. The music in Honkai Impact 3rd is 10 out of 10. The gameplay, for me, it didn't really hit that much. The story... 10 out of 10. It was very, very good. The only thing that I felt was the quest getting longer and longer. And for me personally, I really like to have games voiced in English so that I can just listen to what's going on instead of having to read all the time. And because I stream games and make videos, I usually have to read the like foreign languages out loud so that people that are watching can understand. So that turned me off and made things like 10 times longer than they needed to be. So I ended up just dropping the game, sadly.
Deep combat mechanics. It's a long-running favorite for a reason.
It is.
A dark and twisted gacha RPG.
Hey, Limba's got the honorable mention. All right,
with a unique art style and a gripping narrative. Prepare for a mature and thought-provoking experience.
100%.
The
Project
open
Moon.
world
Glory to Project Moon. That's what you keep typing in my comments, guys.
Gacha that redefined the genre. Explore a massive world, collect a diverse cast of characters, and enjoy a compelling story.
That's crazy. I'm really sorry, I'm choking, man. That's still crazy to me that Genshin's not even in the top 15. That's insane.
Visually charming idle gacha game with a focus on collecting and upgrading beautiful characters. Perfect for those who enjoy a more relaxed gaming experience.
For sure. That was a big-ass health bar, dude.
With a massive roster of iconic characters from the Fate universe. If you're a Fate fan, this is a must-play. Alright, that's it for my top 15 best gacha games in 2025 video. I hope you enjoyed the list and found some new games to try.
This is this Enfield that I'm seeing right now?
This is just my opinion, so feel free to share your favorites in the comments below.
Good video, bro, honestly. If y'all want to see more videos of me reacting to stuff like this and giving my opinions on the best games and stuff, even if it's not gacha games, just like top 15 games of 2025, let me know down in the comments. Thinking about also doing a video like this for gacha game OSTs. Let me know if that's something you'd be interested in.